One local beach will soon be more accessible to individuals with disabilities. And we find out what's happening this spring on Main Street in Hyannis. All that on this episode of Barnstable Today. It's Wednesday, April 6th, 2016. I'm Sarah Mantle. Millway Beach will soon be more accessible to all thanks to a new ADA-compliant accessibility ramp. The Conservation Commission voted unanimously last night to approve the project. Town architect Keith McKenzie Betty says designers took the natural landscape into consideration when developing plans.
This is our beach down at Millway, defined by these lines here. On this drawing I've got a couple of photographs which hopefully you've seen. We already have an existing viewing platform down here next to our beach house. It's got an existing concrete platform here which we're intending kicking off a new ADA access down to the beach. In consultation with yourselves, we put in a new embankment last year down there which has been planted and fenced to allow the planting to go ahead. That does wrap around the existing pier. So what we've done with the new design on this ADA ramp to go down to the beach is take it away from the planting. So you'll see that rather than wrapping around this existing structure, we've gone beyond it, but stayed within the high tide line and on our own property and wrapped it round to get down to the beach. At the moment, the access for disabled people at the beach doesn't exist. And the end of this dune is getting eroded at the moment. If you've taken a drive down there, you'll see that we put some coir protection down there. It's just being worn away at the moment, so we need to put some better, more substantial access down to the beach. And so we're proposing to put this ramp there. It's a slightly wider ramp because it's a long ramp to get down there, and when beachgoers are going to and from the beach, they pass each other on the ramp. If you're travelling 92 feet down a ramp and someone starts to come up at the other end and you can't pass, it's a problem. So there is a width under the ADA rules of 5 feet where you normally pass at a landing. We've actually made it 5 feet clear width all the way down so you can pass at any point on this ramp.
Town officials hope to have the new accessibility ramp installed by this summer. Well, it's springtime, and even if it doesn't quite feel like it yet, we will find out what's in store for us on Main Street in Hyannis this spring. I chatted with Main Street Business Improvement Executive Director Elizabeth Werfbane. We share that interview with you now. How are things going on Main Street right now?
Well, it's really cold, but it's spring, so we tell everyone it's spring. But it is Cape Cod in the winter and spring, and it's transferred over. And I think we are preparing for spring in that we just mended all of our beautiful sails that we put on the poles in pink and green and yellow, and they're going up next week. And so you'll see some color on the street. We bought a lot of pansies, but we didn't put them out yet, thank goodness, because it really has been cold for the past 2 nights. And we are excited about spring, but we are cautious at the moment because we don't want any of our flowers to get hurt.
Such a smart move. I mean, who would have expected? I don't think that I had any idea that we'd still continue to see some snow and some colder temperatures like we are. So probably best to just hold off there on those flowers. But exciting to hear that some things are going to be starting to appear next week, like those flags we all know signifies the approaching summer.
That's right. That's right. And, we are preparing for our events right now. This is actually our busiest time of year because we are ordering our plants and we are preparing for our Spring on Main event and our Long Table event and our Summer on the Green and Jazz events. So all of that is being prepared now. So this is quite a busy time.
I'm sure it is. And first up, of course, is Spring on Main. Talk to me a little bit about what we can expect for Spring on Main this year.
So Spring on Main is May 14th, Saturday, and it's about 12 to 4. It's an afternoon event, and it really mainly features children and arts and culture and outdoor dining. It's really our official launch of outdoor dining, even though outdoor dining can occur as of April, mid-April, but I think that seeing the snow, I think it probably the launch of outdoor dining would be Spring on Main.
Wonderful. Well, I have to say, I'm so excited for that because, it's just, we're all itching, I think, to get outside. The winter wasn't so bad, but it sort of just held on a little bit, and we're all looking forward to getting outside and enjoying some of those activities.
That's right. Exactly. I think that's why we love Spring on Main, because it does launch the season, and it brings out color, and people are outside. We have all our music outside, live music and crafts and artists, and we give out an award to Rising Star for Sturgis and Barnstable at the carousel. It's all done outside. The pedicabs are coming back. They will be at the Spring on Main event. So it's really, a fun, interesting. We're going to have bunnies to pet. It's spring. Spring is here. Life is good.
I love it. And speaking of life, there's going to be a lot of life here on Main Street, because Main Street is actually getting a couple new businesses. One that I'm thinking of is a new burger joint is going to come in, Katie's. This is exciting.
Yes, Katie's.
Yeah. What else can we expect new on Main Street this summer?
So Katie's is coming in at Tommy Doyle's, and it's a place with authentic Mexican food looking at Island Merchant. There is Akira is a sushi place in the West End. And there's a country western retail store coming in the West End. I guess, country western accessories and clothing. And there is Action next to Common Ground. I believe they're expanding. So there's some really exciting things happening. And there's some potential movement for new housing in the East End, and also down with the old police station on Elm Avenue behind the Federated Church.
Oh, okay.
That building has been renovated into condos, and they will be 1 and 2 bedroom.
Oh, wonderful. I mean, you when you think about it, living off of Main Street in Hyannis would be a great place to live. You've got restaurants, shops, I mean, anything, and you're close to everything, really. So,
Honestly, Main Street Hyannis is really the best place to live if you have a small family, if you're single, if you're a little older, empty nesters, because you can live in a place where you can walk to everything. There's the playground, there's the youth center, there's the beach, there's the restaurants. It's all walking distance. You could actually just have a bicycle and live in the downtown. Take the boat to Nantucket, have a drink on the harbor. You could have a little dog. Betsy from Soho lives on Main Street above a shop, and she has her little dog, and she goes running down to the beach, and she goes to Katie's Ice Cream, and she literally lives the urban life, but really we are not urban, so it's really the best of both worlds.
It is. And I have to say, I'm excited to have some more restaurants on Main Street. You guys really are. I mean, talk about like having a food district. I would say this is it for Barnstable, really, if you think about it. The amount of really great restaurants we have on Main Street, it's got to be a huge draw.
That's right. We're a fabulous owner-operated dining food district, and we put that together when we saw we had 40 restaurants. Now we have 50 restaurants. And people often say, oh, another Mexican restaurant. Well, you know what? Somebody said, but this one is going to be all homemade, authentic regional specialties. These people are different, and how they'll approach the Mexican food. And everyone said, oh, yeah, because the other Mexican restaurants on Main Street are also great. And each of them has a specialty. One makes their own guacamole. Another one, the people are actually, 2 of them are from Mexico, and they have 2 different types of specialties. One's the fish tacos, the other's the tamales. Do you know what I mean? So you can really diversify.
Well, be sure to tune in to our hour-long news program, Barnstable This Morning, weekdays at 8 a.m. On tomorrow's show, we will chat with the Cape Cod Commission's Technical Services Director, Glenn Cannon. We'll get a preview of tomorrow night's Town Council meeting with Town Council President Jessica Rapcrossetti. Plus, we'll have all the news and information you need. For Barnstable Today, I'm Sarah Mannel.